we didn't go live because we got
sidetracked.
It's all Kevin's fault. Really doesn't matter. Nobody's here anyway. It's just for us. So, the most important thing I could be working on at this point is integrating the now text-to-image support, though Ed really wants like image-to-video support. So apparently this will handle video generation too. So this is a few weeks of work that we have to do and do it right. However, I found this repo that's only like 3 weeks old, 3 weeks old, where somebody's doing what I'm doing now. They're taking all these CPP model-based libraries and wrapping them around FFI and PureGo. Now, I don't want to use this because I don't know the author, and so I don't necessarily trust what they're going to be doing from today and moving on. So we're going to still write Molina in the same vein as Yzma and Bucky. And also, we have to support Vulkan and stuff, and they're not building these libraries. They're just using what Jet Li is providing, which is nice. I mean, Jet Li is giving us Windows and Mac, which is fine, and some basic Ubuntu Linux. But just like we had to do in Bucky and Yzma, for people who want to get the GPU acceleration with either CUDA or Vulkan, we're going to have to provide those downloads, or it's really complicated for people to have to do it themselves. In fact, this project basically said, oh, if you want Vulkan support, you got to build your own. I mean, that's not. Oh, the volume is low, they said.
Oh, we just got to. Yeah. I think we'll be.
I might have been. Let me double check. I'm not on. That I'm on far. Yeah, I'm on far.
It might be good there. It might have just been too high.
Tell me if that's better. Plus, I'm not talking very loud, so. Let's see. I like to be in the middle at least. Okay. Hopefully that's good. So there's a ton of work here to do, just like we did with Bucky. And a ton of work to do before you even integrate it into Kronk, the way that we did for that pure integration. So there's a couple of things. I need to better understand why they needed an LLM path. Better sort of understand how this works. Apparently this also uses the same GGML back end, I think, as the Bucky and the Llama. So it's interesting. I feel like it's definitely in line here. And if we can definitely go from image to video support, because Ed has a bunch of pictures and he wants to create a video from it, right?
Okay.
So to be able to have all that in Kronk would be pretty amazing. So I'm going to go eat with the girls. Wow. Okay. That was Allie. Sorry.
I'm sure Ed is going to have some like deer running around or something. A bunch of deer videos.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot of work here. So the first thing that we have to do, I have to ask a bunch of questions about this project. And maybe we can leverage it, but I want to make sure that it's in line with Yzma, in line with the way Bucky works, that we've got 3 projects that have basically the same API structure, right? And that's really nice to have. Plus, like I had said to you already, and that's something the other project is not doing, is we're going to need to build a Molina builder so we can provide the packages that Lee isn't providing, right? So I don't have to rebuild Windows and Mac and stuff, but the CUDA and the Vulkan we do. Like CPU-wise, I'm guessing that These are probably CPU already. We'll have to double check that. So I may not have to build CPU versions, but we are going to have to build CUDA and Vulkan versions for people, and then our code will have to know to come here like it does already to get that, right? Where the Whisper project only provided Mac and Windows and relied on you to do this. So that's like a massive convenience for people that want to use this stuff.
Yeah.
So it just feels overwhelming, but there's
there's a lot.
But I have to ask some initial questions here. So I'm gonna start. Let's start here with just the actual really beginning of life here. I'm gonna have to create a Molina, and the description right now doesn't really matter too much. I was just wondering what okay, so I can just use this for now. Native Go binding for the, now this is the stable Fusion CPP libraries.
Fusion, okay.
Yeah, stable Fusion. Oh, diffusion, not fusion. That's funny. And diffusion makes more sense because that's what all this image stuff is, really. All right, so that's fine there. We're going to make it public. I don't need a template. Add the README. This is going to be Go based, so just do that. And I always use the Apache license. We should have a show one day on licenses.
For sure, because I'm going to be doing some of this.
You basically have 2 licenses to choose from. If you're going to do anything with where you're going to allow people to really use it, I would say Apache or MIT.
Yeah.
And the main, I'm not going to go into the details. It'd be better to bring a lawyer in or something. But it seems to me the only real difference between these two is how they have to recognize your existence because they're using your open source.
Okay.
And what happens if patents get created around this technology?
Okay.
Right. And I think the MIT gives you a little bit more patent protection. And so like Isma is using MIT, let's say.
Okay.
But I don't want any restrictions at any level for anything. I don't think this is IP related to like a patent. But somebody might build a product where they're using this stuff. And the question is, how protected are they from you coming?
Yeah. Okay.
You see,
I see.
And there's crazy stuff there. But I do know that if you work at Google and you're looking and you can use open source, I think both Apache and MIT are valid licenses that you're allowed to use. So
Gotcha.
I just stick with the Apache one, and that should give people the warm and fuzzy to sort of use it. But you're falling into those 2 sort of realms. Like how do they recognize that they're using your stuff and then patent?
Yeah.
Crazy patent stuff.
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so we've got the Molina repo. I'm just gonna clone this thing. Now that I have it, we'll put it somewhere here. Git clone. Oops. Okay, so it's just at least on disk. Now, we could probably work from here right now. I'm gonna run amp here. I'm just gonna do this too, just sort of give me some headspace there. Now, I need to understand, we have to have a full semantic understanding. I could just say copy this, but it wouldn't work for me. I'm sort of confused about this coding example, and not here, the coding
there, yeah.
and why they need this. So I'm going to waste some money right now, and I'm going to say we are looking to create a new repo called Molina, which will provide stable diffusion. I'm spelling that so bad.
Yeah, I mean, the model will know.
Yeah, diffusion support. This repo needs to be, created in a very similar way to how we built Bucky. And maybe what I'll do here,
Give it that Bucky reference too.
yeah,
Yep.
Bucky, right? So, so like Melina is too stable. Okay, if I'm gonna keep spelling this, it would be nice to spell it right. That didn't feel right.
No, that didn't copy. There it is.
So Melina is the stable version as Bucky is to Whisper CPP. However, before we start planning anything, there is a project here, and that is this one that has used FFI and PureGo to wrap the stable diffusion CPP libraries. I don't want to use this, but we can use it as a reference for the work we need to do for Melina. But I have some questions first about their example program. So let me take the example program. I want to know first why they are asking for a LLM model. What is what is this model doing, and is it necessary to have to create, say, images from a text prompt? So let's start here. I want to know a little bit about that. Are they doing it as a way to supplement? Is it absolutely necessary? Is it a driver? Like, I really don't know. So,
Okay.
So let's see what this is.
It's gonna have to run that for a minute. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Do some research.
Research a couple repos. 12. Does AMP have a concept of like skills too, that you can add skills to it? Like
Yeah,
just
and they've started allowing you to sort of plug in skills and other things, but like that would be assuming that you're not getting what you want out of the current tooling. And my brain is just like, what am I not getting that I need? Like, I don't know. So
yeah, it would have to be something that you.
But
like,
it will pick up my writing Go
yeah
skill, because I have those skills sort of globally for the open code, and so it picks that up. And the skill that I have there, which I got from a talk at GopherCon, Singapore, which I think is helping a little bit, was the idea that the model is way behind in terms of the current version of Go.
Mm-hmm.
It might be anywhere really between 123 or 124, which is why we never really see the model producing the best modern Go code.
Yeah.
So somebody at JetBrains sort of produced this writing Go skill, and I cleaned it up because he had it going all the way back from 1.0,
Oh.
which I don't think I need. Basically saying, hey, you might be in 1.3, but here are changes in 1.4 that you should consider when writing code, and here are changes in 1.5 that you should consider,
Okay.
and here are changes in 1.6. and,
Okay. Yeah.
and, you know, for a frontier model, this is small. For my local model, I have to be careful how big this is.
Yeah.
But this is kind of interesting because it sort of gives the model almost like RAG in a sense, like, hey, these are things you don't know about because by the time you finished your training, they didn't exist, kind of thing. So that was kind of cool. And then I left this little section that I sort of created to tell it how to validate stuff. It's still using the LSP anyway to validate, but the model has to write code at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So AMP technically has access
Yeah.
to these agent that skill because of where I put it on disk.
Yeah. Like if you were to name that skill, it would use it. It would.
Yeah, I've seen it come up. Okay. LLM path is model specific. The example sets
LLM.
because its target, which belongs to the new family of LLM conditioned diffusion models. These models replace traditional coded entirely with a full LLM. Prompt text is tokenized and coded by the LLM, and its hidden states are fed as conditioning into the diffusion transformer for much richer natural language understanding. It is not required to generate images from a text prompt in general. For classic models, you leave LLM path empty and supply different encoders. Oh, it's using it as an encoder? I have to understand that, Laura.
With a full LLM.
In the underlying C, every text encoder path is guarded by an if. So an empty string is a safe no-op. Formerly, we'd expose it as an optional field. Callers only populate when using an LLM conditioned diffusion model. I see. LLM conditioned. Now, I need to understand this a little bit more. So, belongs to a new family of LLM conditioned diffusion models. These models replace traditional clip text encoders entirely with full. Okay, so are you saying that LLM in this case is being used to perform encoding for the use of the, what are we calling this, an LLM?
Condition model. Or conditioned. Yeah, conditioned model, right?
Conditioned model. Yeah. Conditioned diffusion.
Diffusion model. Yeah. No, yeah. An LLM condition model is a text encoder. LLM is not generating text doing chat or thinking about the prompt.
So, yes, exactly. In LLM conditioned models, the LLM acts purely as a text encoder. It replaces the role of clip or T5. The flow is prompt, LLM, tokenize encode, hidden states, diff, image. The LLM is not generating text, doing chat, or thinking about the prompt. Its forward pass stops at the hidden state activations, which the diffusion transformer cross-attends during... What the hell?
Yeah.
Using a full LLM instead of gives the model a far richer semantic understanding. So in the example, Qwen3B is just a very powerful text encoder. So, so there must be a prompt used against the LLM to have it produce the text encoding. would love a small example of what is fed to the LLM and what it sort of produces. I just want to visualize this. It's amazing now that you use the model to do the encoding instead of some other libraries or algorithms, I guess.
I wonder what the benefit of that is, though.
Well, I think it's saying it in a sense that it's a little more flexible, and apparently it's going to do a better job.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Far richer semantic understanding of natural language prompts, composition, descriptions, multi-subject scenes, instructions. But I don't really understand it, obviously.
Librarian.
And I don't know what it means by text encoding. So let's see.
Tokenize and encode it. Diff transform. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not writing any code until we have a much better understanding of this.
But this depends on the actual
Yeah, if we're using a
model we're using.
if we're using that type of model,
Yeah.
then now I don't know where clip or TS or 5 T5.
Five. Yeah.
I'm also not 100% sure where the safe tensors are located in Hugging Face.
What is the safe tensor?
Well, that's what we're gonna ask.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, this is a whole new world, bro.
Different.
But we have to have some semantic understanding of this, because if not, we won't really know if we're doing things right. And
Yeah.
plus, I've got to automate the downloading of the safe tensors, right? I can't have you worried about that. You should be able to find a model, and then that's it. Okay, so concrete worked example. A lovely cat through Flux2LL encoder. Step 1. Wrap the hard-coded chat template. No Jinja file. It's a C++ string literal in condition HPP. You are an AI that reasons about image descriptions. You give structured responses focusing on speculation, system prompt, inst, a lovely cat, inst. Step 2, tokenize the minstrel tokenizer. Special tokens like ba ba ba, each a single token ID, boss. Step 3, forward pass through minstrel small 3.2, transformer hidden. Instead of taking the final layer, it captures immediate activations. Step 4, concatenate the 3 captures along the hidden axis. Oh, it's getting a little too technical. Final output tensor of float values, a lovely cat wrapped in ba, minstrel forward. God, this is way too technical.
Whoa.
So the LLM never emits text. Its forward pass is intercepted mid-stack, and 3 layers worth of hidden state become the conditioning signal.
I would ask it to humanize this a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, so it does have some kind of system prompt,
Yeah.
and then it tokenizes. Okay, including that.
I need this at a higher level to understand it. It seems like we need to load the GGGRef model in the GPU alongside the diffusion model. Does this CPP library know how to do both? Man, Yes,
Yeah.
handles everything in one process. You don't need a separate LLM runtime. That's what I was asking.
Okay.
The library loads both the LLM GGUF and the diffusion model into GPU memory itself using its own built-in transformer implementation. So user prompt goes into the LLM. It does whatever it does. It generates these tensors, and then it feeds the diffusion model, and we get it back.
Okay.
This is going to be tough for the VRAM calculator.
Because it's loading both at the same time.
Yeah, we got to deal with all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, but not all diffusion models will work this way. You talked about, what was it, clip and
Clip and T5 or
yeah, something like clip and T5.
T5, yeah. Clip and T5.
When are they used, and are those algorithms sort of provided by Stable Diffusion? Okay, yes, ships its own BOP, just like the LLM path. The library has built-in transformer. You don't bring any external, just pass the path to the encoder rates and load them. Okay, Google's newest generation, all paths flow through the same entry point. So what sort of model from Hugging Face would use, say, clip?
These are like completely different names than the normal models.
Right.
And there's different clips.
Steve 1.5 are the simplest starting points. Yeah, we'll have to make sure we support all this. That's the equivalent of starting Bucky with the smallest Whisper model before tackling the larger ones. Exactly. Okay. Now, okay, so what is the purpose of the safe tensor file, and where do we find those on Hugging Face related to the diffusion model we want to use? Latent noise into pixels. Diffusion models don't operate in pixel space. They work in a compressed latent space, whatever. The variational autoencoder is the bridge. Input encode, latent denoise, decode. So the VAR decodes the final denoise latent into the RGB image you saved. Encodes an input image into latent space. Dude, somebody's like massive drugs because
Yeah,
I feel like a dumbass.
like someone built all this.
VAR typically lives in a VAR subfolder of the model repo or is a top level safe. Yeah, well, I didn't see it, right? Because I came here, right? Okay, so Alright, so here is the model the example is using, and I didn't see the VAE folder or anything related to safe tensors. Okay. This part worries me because we've got to have a way of automating the downloading of all this information. Like when you say, okay, I want to use this client, right?
Yep.
And we come in and we go, okay, we're going to use this. Well, I don't see anything that says safe temps or VAW or nothing.
Yeah, none of that
So
extra stuff.
how am I supposed to help somebody download the right thing?
The diffusion model, or
Because
instead of
Flux 2 is a 3-piece model. According to the official docs, you need 3 files.
and people can mix and match.
See, I would use the onslaught, the V, and the encoder, which, fine, it's a Quen 8.3. Shared across the entire Flux 2 family.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, so, for Cronk, which provides the Llama CPP support, we are sort of able to download everything for a model, like projection files, so the user doesn't have to deal with the complexity. So I'm not sure how we can help users with downloading and managing everything they need sort of as a bundle. What are your thoughts? You don't help them download it automatically. You have bundles. Look at the UIs like the Invoke AI one. They should guide you in the process. Florin keeps beating me up to look at something. Then you can start mix and matching these based on your needs. The right model is a curated manifest of model bundles. Each bundle is named a recipe that lists every file the user needs, where to get it, how to wire it in. Same shape as Kronk's projection file handling, but with 2 to 4 files instead of 2.
Okay.
A user calls something like Molina pull and gets back a fully populated context param. I know, but how do we know what files to put in here? See, these are the things I want to avoid, Florin. You don't understand. I don't want to have to manage a catalog. Flux 2 require clicking agree on Hugging Face before the file download works. That means they're behind a wall. So now you need your token. No, I don't need that right now. Yeah, no, I just wanted to avoid having to manually manage bundles that people would be using. But it seems like we have no way out of this. We will need to curate a set of bundles for the different models. People will use with Melina. But then there's no escape because the upstream world is genuinely fragmented. Files live across a whole bunch of stuff. So someone has to encode for Model X, fetch these end files, blah, 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 blah. The good news, the list of supported architectures is small. New families ship maybe once every few months. Already do most of the curation work for us. Oh, did LeadJet do most of the...
That would be
Where's
nice.
the LeadJet? Where does it say that? Under
Docs, MD,
under docs.
Flux. Download
Oh.
VAE, yep.
Shit. Maybe we can just leverage this.
Okay.
Oh. Huh. 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 Okay. So that's interesting. All right, well, since LeadJet has all these MD files, and we could sort of use that to create an initial sort of set of curated bundles. Huh. But I like this idea, but
No.
I like starting with those three to sort of begin with. Okay. Now, so that's good, right? So now we know that somebody's done the work and we can create these bundles ourselves. Okay, now Melina won't care about bundles. This will be the job of Kronk when we integrate Melina like we did Bucky.
Okay.
Right. I mean, that's what makes Kronk, is that it adds this higher level support to,
Yeah.
Here is where Kronk is. And you can see under SDK, Bucky, double check, I'm right there, SDK Bucky, how we provided the core integration. Okay, so the next step is to sort of build out the Melina APIs under here. And I want to use the same project structure as Bucky. So the sort of API surface area and structure have the same feel. Now, it helps to use as a guide for the different sort of APIs we need to wrap views that have it there as a reference. Okay, so let's just develop a plan for writing Molina as a sort of basic, right, API wrapper to stable diffusion, CDP, with, you know, basic examples and tests. I don't know how Florin knows all this shit all the time. I don't understand. I don't think he basically sleeps. By the way, Florin was able to get Kronk to run a split model across 2 different machines.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I've got code there I have to review.
Interesting.
So that's why we bought those machines in there too, but he did it across 2 laptops that he had. So, and also, by the way, while we're live here recording, there is an official launch of, I don't know if anybody sees this, an official launch of Rote today. So remember we were talking about Rote a couple days ago? So now this is officially sort of released and available for people to use. I don't know what Chetan had to say here. I don't know if people can even hear that.
API directly in seconds. We just raised over $3 million. And it isn't because agents are smarter, but because they're about to start touching production. Production hits.
I like Chetan. He's really good.
We had a podcast with him, right?
Yeah. We brought him in. Oh, it is coming out.
Your agents to communicate with an API directly in seconds. When a call succeeds, Rote locks in that sequence into a flow that you can use your agents to communicate with an agent. Yeah,
I've been playing with it, and it definitely works, man, and it definitely records everything that's going on, and it's definitely can get the model to sort of play that back and save you a ton of money. So that Rote is really badass, and I'm happy that they got to that point where they've released it, right, for public use. So it's always a big deal. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm really excited that, let's come back here. I'm really excited that, try it, that Florin got the clustering working, and it's just a few changes to Kronk to do it. Some extra APIs that we needed. And we have the ability to extend Yzma inside of Kronk. So we don't have to wait for Yzma to make changes. And so...
Got it.
I have some code to review. Maybe by the end of next week, we can...
get those two...
Release that, and people can...
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta play with it a little bit more here. Okay, Molina, Plan V1.
Okay.
It mirrors Bucky's structure and stays focused on basic API wrapper with examples and tests. Everything we curate will happen later in Kronk. Exactly. Molina just needs to be a clean FFI surface over stable diffusion. Exactly. So, same sort of Bucky that came basically from Yzma. That way we're not reinventing wheels.
Yep.
Pre-built. Now, do I do that with Bucky? I don't have a lib folder. Bucky, do I? Let's bring Bucky up. I think, yeah, I don't know why we need any lib files, except we'll talk about that. Samples we have, No, I don't have samples there. But we might need samples for this one because it's not like we need samples. 'Cause
Yeah.
how am I going to run tests and stuff?
Yeah.
So got the command folder, right? That's for the CLI, some basic CLI tooling to give people something. We've got the package. So these are your basic APIs. I think I'm in, oh wait, I'm in Cronk.
Oh, okay.
Why did that happen that way? Oh, because
it opened
Bucky,
it. It
you know,
opened
this
it now.
happened to me last time, bro. So this makes more sense to me.
Okay, now there's lib.
But that's just so
Yeah.
we can run things. You can see it's not part of Git
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah, it's not tracked.
Yeah, it's not tracked. It's gray. And we've got our package. We have our loader. So we have all of that. That's all good. We have our examples. Yeah, I like it. Now, let's see. Loader utils, image, download, FFI wrapper, SD. Now, what's interesting to me here is we have utils, that's fine. We have a whisper folder here with the core sort of API. And stable diffusion is SD. So that was kind of smart, right? Just go simple SD.
Yep.
So this makes me feel like we're in the same sort of line here. We'll mirror Bucky's idioms. The only other question I now have what we'll borrow from there, set of symbols, context, open questions. Bucky ships pre-built in lib. Do we do the same? And the answer is number one. Bucky does not ship pre-built from lib. That folder is get ignored. We have a Bucky builder project that we will implement for this as well. 2, image formats. For image to image, we need decoding. PGen to raw image standard libs are enough. So I don't understand the question.
I don't either.
So what is the question? 3, logging callbacks is chatty by default. Mirror Bucky's approach of exposing a GoSec callback and a level. Sure. Name. Bucky uses package whisper. For Melina, we'll use this. Short matches. Yes. Does this project use the GGML backend? If it does, we need to mirror what we did in Bucky with the init function to load the GGML backend separate from a load function for the libraries. Okay, let's see what it says. And Ron is reaching out. Let's see. So Ron has that talking heads. I don't know if everybody has seen that, but they gotta go see it.
I think we talked about it last time. The 3 heads.
Yeah, I do think we talked about it. This is the code that I didn't even know he had this repo out there. But I wanted to see something that he's doing here because he's running a fairly large model on. I have to look at this later. I didn't realize all the code was here though. The actor is the head.
Huh. Movement.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted here.
Interesting.
But he's been updating it. I had to make changes to Bucky, so. Okay, let's go back here. So, got it. Libs and nor-approved artifacts come from a future Molina Builder project, similaring, I'll align on that pattern. There's no decision needed. Okay, fine. Approved. Yeah. Okay. It's amazing they all use the same GGML backend, which I never expected. Okay. Man, we're having a good week, end of the week here for Bucky. So once we get this last question answered, okay, they have a different backend. Handles backend registration internally on the first. Ooh. Artifacts the same way. Who's in a net function that calls write? A no op safe for backend is sadly linked. Jam array. Either has nothing to load. Yeah. Yeah, because it's critical when running inside of Cronk model server that we only load. Come on, load the GTML backend once. Yeah, but what about the Mac versions? Okay, but if we use the Mac and window releases from are we going to have a problem? Do we need to build all of these packages? I don't know what the right word is. Because it said, well, we're going to build it ourselves anyway. Right. And we have to build all of these library packages ourselves then to make sure we control when the backend is loaded. Because it made it sound like the code already does both. Like it already does it magically, and that's not good. If backends are statically linked, so let me see here. I didn't see a Linux Vulkan version, did we?
Linux,
Because the file names are
Ubuntu. I don't see.
SD Master. Oh, Roncom. ARM. Roncom M. Oh, this is
Vulkan.
a Vulkan.
It's just all the way at the end of the.
Yeah, that's a Vulkan build. Huh, I wonder what we're gonna have to build then. The only thing I don't see is a CUDA. Good news, no, we don't need to build our own libraries to control backend loading, backend auto register via becomes a still a process global. All right, well, some of this is over my head, but when we get to the Cronk side, we'll worry about it a little bit more. Yeah, I think. I mean, the only thing I don't see from what's his name, Jet Li, Lee Jet, it is a Linux CUDA version. We may not need a builder.
That would be nice.
Oh no, that would be badass. Because they're giving me the ROCM, two ROCMs. I don't know. There's an ROCM 713. There's an ROCM 721. I don't know what that is. Then we're getting a Vulkan, and we're getting an x86. Okay. Windows, like all the Windows support. So we're getting x86 CPU, Vulkan, and two.
The gap is Linux with CUDA.
Run Linux, NVIDIA, and Vulkan, NVIDIA. Ship Vulkan for Linux V1, document the limitation. Stand up Molina immediately to produce. Yeah, I mean, that's what we do anyway. We use the original project releases unless they don't have what we need.
Got it.
Why do they have two versions of ROCM? So we're going to get a lot out of the box immediately. The
Yeah.
only thing we don't get is CUDA on Linux. Oh, different generations of AMD hardware.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to provide that yet, but each. Okay. Are we ready to start M1? What was M1 again? Okay. All right. Give me the plan again. Okay, so we spent $5 trying to figure out what it is we needed to do. I like the plan now. I like let me create though a git switch -c bell. Okay. This is in line with Bucky and Yzma. Gives us the basics. This is our implementation milestones. Sometimes when I'm doing this, no, that's not going to copyright. That's going to copyright. Oops, I don't know what I just did. Let me trying to create a file. Just so I don't lose this. It's really small and make this bigger.
Yeah, it's small on that screen.
Okay, so these are the things that we're going to be doing here. So let's do it, man.
All right.
Okay, start M1. Okay, dude, it's noon. We're an hour in, and we're finally able to start writing some code. This won't take long because we have the other project too. Is a
Yeah, it already has a sort of like a template.
And I don't know if Florin sees, but I'm running Neo now, so there's no more worrying about your context window. But you can see here.
Whoa, 3.54 million token.
What?
3.66 million token.
How's that possible?
Whoa.
What are they doing? That's scaring me.
Well, it was a lot of research between.
I know, but
multiple
is all
repos.
that being fed to the model? Because that's going to make this thing much more expensive.
It's jumping up pretty quick, but
I don't know. Florin, I don't know if you've seen that, bro. Yeah, well, now it's doing a bunch of work, but
3.79. I think that's
That-
going to be 5 when this is done.
that doesn't make any sense. That's a lot. I even when I fill up a context window at 256 before, like, or 300K tokens, right? This would have been 10 times that. I just can't believe that we've reached that number of tokens. That's mind blowing.
I know, like with the OpenClaw stuff I've been doing, it touches like the 2 million, 1 million, 2 million sometimes.
I don't know. It's crazy.
So it doesn't even tell you when it's like compacting or anything. It just kind of like.
Yeah, now it just does it. There's no more handoff concepts or anything like that.
Because I think the biggest, like, well, when I use Sonnet, it's 1 million in the context window, I'm pretty sure. We don't use all of it, but.
I don't know, dude. That's crazy. I didn't expect to see that number. Did I just write a bunch of code?
I did. M1 complete.
Library short name, producing, yeah.
No load.
So now we've got some basic code here that's in line with okay. That's amazing to me that all these are basically the same back end. Like, I don't know enough at this point, so.
Yeah. Yeah, them too.
When it comes to Cronk, I know a lot more, and I'm much more, like, careful there, but I told Ron I'm adding this, so he's got to add it to his, have the head, like, generate an image and pop it up on the screen during the show.
That would be cool. Like it's dreaming or something.
So-
Like say, oh, you're dreaming.
Oh, like it's dreaming.
That's a cool one.
Yeah. You know,
Like a
that'd be
thought
cool.
bubble. You know, like
Oh,
that would be cool.
that'd be cool. He has all the vision stuff too. Like he can almost show what the head is looking at in the crowd and do some stuff.
That would be even more insane. Yeah.
What's insane is that if you can get all that stuff to run on that little hardware, but this stuff isn't going to run on the little hardware. But he can have another server. Well, he's got his laptop. I don't know. There's so much fun you can have.
What's the token count now?
No, I don't
curious.
want to look, bro.
That's cool.
Florence said no. Florence, look at how many tokens I'm using so far, bro. It says 5.43 million tokens. I don't know how that's possible.
I would love to know like how many times it like handed off or compacted.
Yeah, it could be sub-agents running.
That too. The sub agents can. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know which one I want to watch. Yeah, I think it's better to not know how much.
I like the tokens.
Okay, even if I spent $20 on this, we
A
never
lot.
would get this done, and
There's no way.
there's just no way, bro. You've entered this space at such a beautiful time.
Yeah.
This would have been me doing a lot of copy pasting, and would have been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. To do this portion.
And I could have done it. I would have gotten it done. I mean, we did that for 40 years, bro. But
No.
this is so much better.
Now you go, you scroll a little bit on TikTok, let it do its thing. Come back.
Okay. Got a little bit more now. But the thing is that Ron really set us up for success, because once Ron wrote Yzma and we had a structure for that, everything else just sort of follows.
Yeah.
Okay. Do M3, bro.
M3 is the big one.
That's the big one. Okay, man.
My guess is 9 million tokens.
You think this is going to end in 9 million tokens?
Oh, I might
Dude,
have
we're
gone
going to
low.
be way over 9
I
million tokens.
went low.
Way over 9 million tokens. We should have a contest. Whoever, you can't go. How do they do it on The Price is Right? You can't go over.
Yeah.
So who's going to get the closest number of tokens? I think this is going to be at, I think we're looking at 13.2. And you can't go over.
13.2. How many M's was it? It was 7?
What do you mean?
The M, like M1, M2, M3.
It's like 6.
6? Oh, yeah.
But this is the big one.
It's...
Thing is, we're not going to be able to have it download. I have to double check what we're doing on the CLI side, because there's no concept of downloading here. Because we need to create bundles to do downloads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless we, in this, like this to me is the low level library, but right, I want to put all the higher functionality in Kronk, but it still might be good to have a initial bundle of those 3 here. Some basic downloading, just because there are people like Ron that's going to need this lower level API. So we might have to
Ooh.
we might have to create some form of a download. Like on Bucky, we have the downloader.
Yeah.
But, well, technically we need this because this is the downloader for the libraries.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we don't have anything here related to model downloading. Just library downloading. Yeah. I just don't remember. But this, no, well, this is some model downloading too. Whoa.
Ooh.
How come the linter isn't catching that stuff? Weird. Yeah, see, this was easy because the models were static. So we have the downloader here. Just like Ron had the ability to download models, like at a basic level.
Got it.
So we might have to add support for the 3 initial bundles here, duplicate that on the Kronk side. Just so so it's a complete sort of project, at least with 3 bundles,
Yeah.
right? All right, hold on. Stretch a little bit while that's running. What are we up to now?
7.5.
You didn't give me a number, and it doesn't get fair.
For M6, all the way through M6 and 3. I'm gonna go with 12 million.
12 flat.
12 flat.
Remember, you can't go over.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 12.
I'm at 13. What did I say? 13.
You said 13 something. 2, I think. Oh yeah, you.
We gotta have our sponsor break. Molina, brought to you by.
I think 12. I think 12 flat. If
Wow.
this is the big one, I think 12 flat.
You think this is gonna end at like 9?
I hope so. I think that's where it's gonna be.
I don't know. We're gonna see. Okay, make sure you drink your Yoo-Hoo every day because it's filled with a good source of vitamins.
Vitamins.
It's the world's most favorite chocolate drink, not milk.
It's not milk. It's drink.
Chocolate drink. Though, you know, if you read the ingredients, it has whey, whatever that is, from milk,
No way. No.
non-fat dry milk. So,
High fructose corn syrup. That's like the best thing.
no, that's the worst thing. It's pulling some stuff related to milk, but it's not chocolate milk.
It's probably from the powder or whatever. The flavor powder.
All right. I wonder if you can get Yoo-Hoo in other countries. I've never seen it. I did see Gatorade in Singapore, which was good.
Was it like normal flavors?
Yeah. But you can't get Gatorade in Europe because the dyes are outlawed, like Red 40 or something.
Oh, that, yeah.
So they have Powerade in Europe, but you can't get Gatorade in Europe.
So that means Powerade's a better one.
Well, I guess you don't have whatever it is they don't want. But I prefer Gatorade over Powerade.
I do too. 8.7. We're thinking 9 for that one.
Yeah, we're close to it.
On target.
Now the payoff. Are we ready? I want to do images too. Okay. Go for it, man. Spend adds money. Now, somebody just came in from Canada. What are you running now? We're running Yoo-Hoo, man. You missed the Yoo-Hoo. We're writing a wrapper around the stable diffusion CPP APIs so we can add text to image support in Cronk, and then eventually image to video support.
I want to see
That's-
how that'll.
Something we gotta
That'll
pull
work.
off here. The question though is, should we do image to video support before we integrate into Cronk? I like to make sure this is like 100%. I don't know why they're not doing a Linux. You know what's also interesting is they're doing Ubuntu here, right? Linux and Ubuntu. Oh, we did Ubuntu too. Yeah, I'm just wondering if we just don't build. I'm just wondering if we just don't build our own full target suite. I don't know. Like, I'm going to do all this work to have CUDA. Like, why didn't he add CUDA at the end of the day? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, shit. There's a,
Uh-oh.
that's why I have the token count. No, I like spending Ed's money. What are you talking about? I should say this is sponsored by Ed at Ardan Labs. We don't use Claude. Claude's no good, man. We use SourceGraph AMP. That's the best agent harness around. Comfy UI. I can't wait to get something similar. I don't know what Comfy UI is. But
no, it is not free.
you can build your own. Is it free? Of course not.
No.
This is the most expensive agent
Yeah.
on the market because you pay
Direct-
for your tokens. I don't know how much is actually subsidized. Look how they're doing the thinking token counts there.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Ed's watching, I'm not changing the token count. No, I'm not going to let him watch it. But 13.1 is coming up. It's kind of interesting. They're showing you your thinking tokens down here.
I kind of like that concept better than showing all the thinking text a little bit.
Yeah, no, that gets in the way.
Because then it's like
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
show you all the text and then disappear, and then show you all the text.
That's what we're trying to do. We're first getting text to image working with this Molina implementation, and then we're going to see what the support looks like for. But this stuff's a little complicated. We've got to maintain these bundles of models and what are they were? Tensor,
Safe
tensors.
Safe tensors.
We got to create a bundles of this for the models, so you can download a bundle, and it just works. But we really only need to start with those 3 basic bundles,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that it already pretty much laid them out for you. So.
and we don't have to worry about the builder until somebody wants CUDA.
Yeah. Which I wonder why they didn't do that.
Because Vulkan will use the NVIDIA cards, even though it's not as fast.
Okay.
So I think they were just like, those people can use Vulkan to start.
Yeah.
But that means I don't have to worry about a builder right away.
Oh, that was a big jump in tokens.
Uh-oh.
10.16. I'm getting into danger now.
I know, you said 12.
Yep.
No, you're screwed, bro. I don't understand how we have that many tokens. It's almost like it's going token crazy.
Ooh, that was another big jump. Why was that so big? 8 lines.
So, but Ed, even if this costs you God knows what, Ed, close your eyes for a second. I mean, it's still only $12 to build this out.
For that many tokens?
Come on, dude. That's like nothing.
But I wonder how much of those tokens are cash, too.
I mean,
I
it's
wonder
still
what
a
the cash
token
rate-
that you had to pay. You don't.
But the pricing, like, at least Anthropic-wise, the pricing is different for cash tokens. It's like 10 times less or something like that for a cash token.
I see. And that's fair, right? Because they don't have to do the decoding anymore.
If that was like all fresh tokens, I'm sure it would be insane.
Okay. What do you mean you checked model? Oh, that's because, yeah. So, okay, so let's see what it's saying now.
Oh, we're only on M4.
Once you have a downloaded model, the example will run. I will write a hello PNG in the current directory. You want me to auto download a small and run the smoke test, or move on to M5. It would be nice to see if this works. But what we need to do though is, let me see what M5 is. Edit image, example, image to image. So let me say this. I think we need a download CLI tool like we have in Bucky for models. We might want to create a basic sort of bundle catalog in Molina to allow to get sort of started, right? Because that's, and Kronk will, you know, sort of build on that. But you identified sort of 3 basic bundles that would be a good start. So when we were doing the Bucky stuff, because it's not Kronk, we did create a models folder here, like for those projects there. So we're building a Go API right now so we can integrate this stuff into the Kronk API so people can build the apps that they want. So if you don't like that app, Comfy UI, you can build your own basically in Go.
Yep.
You got to look at the Kronk project. KronkAI.com. Can I type that there? KronkAI.com. Does that go through? What are you looking at, bro?
This is that comfy UI.
That's Comfy UI? So I just
Load diffusion model, load clip.
What is it?
It actually-
Comfy?
Come like that, yep. Is it that?
I don't know. Is that what you're looking at?
I was looking at their GitHub.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
same one.
comfy UI. No, I don't think so. Comfy.
What's this? You think this was in GitHub?
Yeah. That one. The most powerful and modular diffusion model GUI API and backend.
What is it written in? Python.
Yep.
The most powerful. I know, but we're building APIs so people
Yeah,
can
this
build
is-
stuff like this.
This is different.
But it's a kind of a cool little UI. I like these like drag and drop UIs.
Yeah, that is a cool concept. And they have the
Choose your diffusion model.
I think we can click it and it'll expand it, right? So it doesn't drop quality.
Oh yeah, quality was pretty bad. Yeah, so idea is you can rewrite this and go once we're done. And that's the other thing, like that's the whole point of the bundles, is to make this easier so you don't have to think about I'm having networking issues. Let's see here.
That's still running.
Okay, so it decided just to go crazy with my idea. So we'll see.
It's a bunch of models.
Ed, have you played with Comfy UI? That you're saying it's not very responsive. I don't know why choosing the image blew up. But it's kind of cool. Like, once we're done with this work and get this into Kronk, we could basically build this UI out using it, right? We can build a Go service. And you could build these, like, once we're done, building something like this is not a big deal.
No, because it'll have everything pretty much there. Just front end.
No, dude, he got shell out to Python. He isn't, no. All this stuff is written in C, C++. Go can wrap that incredibly efficiently. So you'll see when we're done here, an example Go program. Then you can write your own Go services that could drive this front end, and it'll be much faster, and you can make it much more concurrent because we're in Go. Okay, we now have a download thing, a Majig. I have to look at it. I don't really know what it did or how it did it. I'm probably not going to be happy with it because I don't know how it built the concept of the bundle, but there's so much to learn here. Oh, okay, so we have some hard-coded bundles here, which is fine. That's what I needed. I don't need this in a file.
Yeah.
Right? We can always update this. The more flexible side of these bundles will be on the Kronk side, but this is perfect. This is basically what I wanted here. So, and it sort of sets up. So now you can download these particular bundles. You can see here. Yeah, interesting. So what we should do then is add to the make file some download calls.
Okay.
List. The CLI now has list, info, get. We shouldn't call it get though. We should call it pull. Right? We should call the command to download a bundle pull, and we should add to the make file these the 3 pull commands so I can download these bundles. Not to discourage you, but this one of the Raging 3D model generation in Comfy UI from Microsoft, and I guess, yeah, I saw it's all in Python, but that doesn't discourage me. I don't need Python.
No, this is a Go.
And most likely that Python code is wrapping Stable Diffusion or something anyway, because Python is basically C underneath. So I ain't discouraged at all. We're going to get better performance and flexibility than anything written in Python. It's just that Python was more native to C, so a lot of this happened. Go check out Kronk, dude. I gave you the link for Kronk AI. Check out Kronk. You can already use any large language model. You can use Whisper models. And soon we'll be doing this. And there's tons of examples over there. Okay, let's see here now. See, this is good, right? Molina, pull. Now, we didn't have to necessarily do a build. this could be a go run. Build. You just swap this out with a go run. Like, it's doing this, but I'm gonna tell it we don't need a build.
Instead of build, just make it run. Yeah.
Don't need a build of Molina. We can use go run in the make file. All this work that we're doing right now is for Ed, because he wants eventually image to video. So whatever it's costing, it's Ed's fault. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, look, go run. So let's see if this one works here in the models directory. And yeah, that's fine. All that's good. I don't even think we need to do a build at all on any of this.
It did an example, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but let's download these models. I'll move this over here too. Okay, let's download that.
It's never Ed's fault.
It's never Ed's fault. It's always, if somebody's got to get thrown under the bus. It ain't gonna be me. Okay, make this. Let's see. Now, I'm guessing that it listened to my old code, and if I didn't,
Whoa.
yeah, it's supposed to keep it on the same line. But when it has to wrap, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Always Bill's fault. Wow. Damn. I'm gonna do the downloads over here on the next one. Actually, I can start another one here. All right, so that's happening there. Let's do this one. So run model poll. Okay. See, that's the idea. If it doesn't have to wrap.
Yeah, it'll just stay in one line.
Actually, I don't even think Bucky uses that format with the dots like that, but that's kind of cool.
Like a little progress bar.
Yeah, I mean, that's nicer than what we do in Cronk even. But Cronk, everything has to go to a log, so you don't have that luxury. But I don't even think well, the models on the Bucky side are so small, it doesn't really matter. Dude, how cool is this now? We're downloading.
This is cool. Just
Alright.
like that. In an hour and a half.
Yeah. It's all downloading it there. And in Cronk, we're gonna organize this better on disk. But okay, that one finished. And then this is gonna be the big bundle to download.
Okay. So this is the one, these are the bundles that already have the three basically.
So we basically named it this.
Yeah,
and
and
we're
it
gonna
includes
download
that.
those three. And this is a good hard coded thing in here. Like Cronk, we won't hard code this in Cronk. We'll be smarter about that. I'm wondering if it, see, and it didn't, in my particular case here, I would still want it to use the, that getter, HTTP getter package we use, just because it can do restarts when this sort of fails. I
Gotcha.
don't see it using it. Just interesting to me. This is using pure HTTP package, I guess.
I saw HTTP somewhere.
Yeah, but I'm wondering though if Bucky, added, package download. Bucky package download. I would have been shocked if we didn't use go getter.
Okay.
And the go getter just lets us do restarts. So I might tell it to
Integrate that.
Yeah, because I don't think if this thing just fails straight out, it won't necessarily restart where it left off. Yeah. And it's just gonna. Funny thing is, it has a progress reader. Did a T reader there, copy out, but I don't think it knows how to restart. So we might tell it. I might tell it, even though this all worked. I think. Hey, so for the download, check out Bucky, because we use the getter package. We can restart a download where it stopped. What do you think? And now this was downloading. Was the bundle for the first two just one file? Yeah, it's just one file. I don't know how that works, but this one is like 3 files.
Unless that one, this is one of the ones that needs the LLM.
All right, it's going to switch that code, and then we'll do the bigger one.
$13.17.
Yeah, well, I know, but I diverted us to.
No, but you were under.
We're using the FFI package to map the C calls, and then you need to use pure Go in certain cases where there's like callbacks or something. But it's mostly FFI, sort of the FFI package that gives you the wrapping without CGO. But there's a big manual in Cronk, so we'll tell you quite a bit. Okay, we're gonna try this download now once that code is done. I was confused that I didn't see. Now it's using getter. Yeah, whoever wrote that package is badass because it can restart a download from sort of where you left off. No, the whole point of FFI means you don't need CGO at all to use those C libraries. It's very fast, and we can always use the latest version of the libraries. But if you make one tiny mistake with the pointer or the call or the length, it can panic and you can't capture it. So you just got to be accurate. But you don't need CGO. And because of that too, we always run on the latest version of Llama CPP or Whisper, or in this case, it will be Stable Diffusion. Now, if they change the ABI, they change a function signature where you have to fix it, like right away, there's no safeguards against it. But we're on top of that really, really quickly. So, but you can lock into any version you want, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's see what happens now. So these are 3 files now that we're going to have to download.
Yeah.
And this is the one I want to play with, this Flux 2 Klein 9B. Then when we get to Cronk, we're going to have to do a lot of sort of UI work for this too.
Yeah, for the pooling logic and stuff.
You do, but we already pre-compile everything for you. The Yzma project does it for Llama CPP. Bucky does it for Whisper. That's what we were talking about. We've got a Bucky builder. I don't even know where Bucky builder is anymore, but this is Stable Diffusion. So Stable Diffusion's doing it for everything but Linux CUDA. Bucky does it for everything. So you already get everything pre-compiled for Linux, CPU, CUDA, and Vulkan. And then Yzma does it as well for all the Llama CPP stuff. And since we already provide download support, you don't have to worry about this. We download it for you. You just use your download commands. So that's kind of what we're adding now, except right now this is a download for the models. We're gonna need the CLI call for the. He's already downloaded it here, the model.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should add a call here to download that. I'm sure we have it in Bucky too, at the make file level. Download Whisper.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're gonna need, I wanna add to the make file, add a download SDCPP command in the make file as well. Okay, now this just, right, this is gated. So this is where I need my token, but it's not a big deal. Source, I have an environment for this already. I just go back one, go into cronk, do env. Now I'll do it again. So that's going to be a bummer. No. This
Accept the
file
license
is license gated. Oh, I have to accept the license. The token now is not enough. So, okay. So where do I got to go for that? Let's see. I'm trying to download this, right? But I don't want the resolve. Let's start here. So this is a bummer. This is license. Let me see, where do I have to go to? I remember there was a, let me see, log in. I'm logged in. Let's go back to. So if you're going to be running Docker on a Mac, you can't gain access to the GPU. You can on Linux and stuff. So you tend not to run the model server or anything in Docker on our MacBooks. Okay. Hold on here. The safe get bundle, bad license, Hugging Face, and then. But I'm assuming it's this one.
Oh, it's the safe tensors one.
You think so?
I mean, it said that.
Let's see.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. I agree. Okay, so we got granted access now. We're not gated. I have my token in place. So by the end of the week, actually we're already at the end of the week, Florin will have finished the Docker support for Cronk. So you can run the Cronk model server and stuff in a Docker container. But again, we don't recommend doing it on the Mac. Okay, dude.
To a token with read access.
I have a HF token with read. I have the token already. All right, I got to do the following. I have to take this off the screen for a second.
Yep.
Give me a second here so I can double check that echo $HF token. Oh,
No.
didn't get set. did
Yep.
it? That's weird. All right, let me do this. Environment. I don't know why that didn't get set.
Oh, the name is different.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because there we would. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Now we'll switch back. Wait, let me just make sure this file isn't open. I mean, it's so easy to make a mistake. Okay, let's come back here. Hold on. And let's try the Oh, I
Oh,
gotta be careful there, bro. I don't want to clear my history out. So let's come back here and copy this. It would be a miracle if I don't screw this up. Okay, so I got approved and I got my token. We're like, whoa, whoa.
They're nice.
We're gonna
they're
make a
nice.
mistake. I'm surprised I remembered all this to begin with. That was crazy, bro. Oh, we have all that already, dude. Don't worry about that. At the Molina side, it's an environment variable, but on the Cronk side, it will be much more powerful. You gotta play with Cronk. You gotta see what we've done. Right now, we're just trying to get a basic API to work.
Yep.
Okay, did it add added heads up? Molina install is still a stub from M1. So make download stable will fail with install not yet implemented. We tackle the we haven't done it yet. Yes.
Oh, it was asking. No, it was asking for.
Yeah, when you see how powerful Cronk is and the Cronk model server, and there's a full manual there, you'll read all that. Full blown UI. So once you run the Cronk model server, you have access to an entire admin screen. We're just doing this work to add image support to Cronk now.
Okay.
What's weird is it says 3 files, but maybe the other one already downloaded. Okay, that's fine. So like, what happens if I run this again? Oops. When I run this again, does it just no? Yeah, okay.
Nice.
So we now have models downloaded. My guess is for this work here, we've got them over here. That's a directory too. So if we do the flux2, there it is, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what does that mean? It means now that we got models, and I have a lib here, just that we're working on the lib stuff.
Yeah.
We need a command to run the examples in here too. Let me see here. All right, that's fine. We can try this one. Edit, copy relative path. So should be able to do that by default. Yeah, maybe. Let's do this. It's okay. I mean, if that really worked, that would have been stupid. But we can just do for the work we're doing here right now. Export that.
Yeah. Export.
Export that. And we should be able to just run this. I mean, it's still going to fail, but that's fine. We're going to wait for this work to finish.
Yeah.
The good thing is the load and the init didn't necessarily fail.
That's neat.
The new context call here failed.
Yep. Loading model from model path.
Yeah, so we'll debug some of this in a bit. And also, I don't think we're going to need to be, like, I don't know. Oh, it's taking a text, a lovely cat, and telling it to produce. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So it just finished some download stuff here. So we now should have, right. I don't care how raw this is right now. It's all
Yeah.
good. Like, we'll clean all this up. We just got to get things working. Okay, so what I'm going to tell it now is, all right, so I tried the hello example and got this error. Now, my guess is the lib might be wrong in this ./lib. I don't know. And SD, I don't think we have that model, dude. Being honest with you. It said
SDV. Oh no,
no. The model name is wrong.
it's V1-5, and then there you have just 1-5 or -1.5.
This should just be SD-1.5, right?
Yes, that might be SD, and it's in that folder, right?
Oh, that's a folder. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Wrong path. So this path looks better,
Yeah.
but that didn't copy right. Hold on. Shit. Let's see. Oh, this
There
time
it
that
is.
worked.
That's what it was.
All right, let's see what we got. I mean, it's kind of slow, but it's a smaller majig.
Okay. Hello.png. Nice.
Damn, dude. That just worked.
Nice.
Oh. That was crazy. That was very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the beginning of where we sort of needed to be.
Nice.
Now, this one uses,
What
this gives us some system information, maybe. Yeah. Gives us some system information. Now, can we have an example similar to what, similar to what GoSD had, like this? I should have said, yeah, I want to use the higher end models that we downloaded, right?
Yeah, the bigger
Yeah.
model.
Okay, Flux 2. All right. That's-
Oh, and this one's using it.
Yeah, this one's the Flux 2. And this is better. Okay, let's run this one. Okay.
Maybe the path is bad
Yeah,
again.
we have a bad path, which is fine. You know what? It didn't, probably because they didn't give us this. We didn't, add this to it. Which I think we have to do that to make that work. I don't know, I have to ask it. But that's not the model we want to use. We want to use
Flux to Klein.
Flux Klein 9B, right? Oh, we have to still fix that. And we can, oh, I got rid of it. We gotta put this in the right place though. Models and Flux 9B. Okay, let's see. Again, this is just the very beginning of all of this.
Yep.
And I put this in the wrong place. This should be go around here. It would be good if we can just put this all in one line. Let's see. Oops. Loading manifest. There is a, let's see. There was a manifest file there. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's see. That should have been right.
Should find it if it's a path thing now. Yep.
The makefile writes bundles to there, but the example. Okay, now it's working. So then what that means is we can fix this too. But this is supposed to be under SD15 slash I don't have a GGUF there. Did that matter? I don't remember what that was supposed to be. We need to put these into the make file.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it do that. You add to the make file the commands to run the examples like we do in Bucky. Man, it's taking a little bit, but I don't know how long that's supposed to take. Okay, it just produced an
Let's
image.
see. Output.
Dude,
Nice.
that's pretty wild. So we have Go code that's producing images from a text at this point.
That is cool.
We're on our way to getting where we need to be. Yeah,
That is cool.
we're on our way. There's still some work to do here. There's still some work to do, but it's not a bad place to have started.
We can generate cats on beaches now.
We
We're
can
in a good
generate
spot.
cats on beaches. Yep, that is true. Right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to clean all this up, but there's so much work to do. But we have the basics of it working now, and I've got the makefile commands here. So we're now able to generate some images, download libs, download the models, at least 3 bundles worth.
Yep.
What is left to do from the original M list. And then the next thing is to try to see if we can do Ed's piece, which is images to video.
That's gonna be interesting.
And then once all this code is here, then it's a matter of really tightening up the screws and locking it down and then moving over to Cronk.
Yeah.
Cronk integration, we're not going to do that. Okay, so focus on number one, and I don't think we will have a Alina builder for a while, so we can just support the current releases. And where were those releases at again? Here. The current releases. What's interesting, yeah, you see, we put a real tag on here. There's no real tag on there. It's another reason to sort of do it yourself. But right now, we don't need a Molina builder right away. We can do all that work and then come back to sort of that.
Yeah.
Then I can commit this, and then we can start looking at image to video. But we're at 1 o'clock, so we had a pretty good 2 hours here, sort of figuring out what we needed and aligning this with the rest of the Llama Hill projects.
I'm impressed with AMP. That was a lot.
Yeah, I still
it
got to
was
go
very
through some of
close.
that code and triple check the
Yeah.
API symmetry, but it's not bad.
And we finished at 17.7 million tokens. 17.86. That's cool.
Okay, so let's take this, git add all, git commit minus AM, initial code for text to image, git push origin. And let's see how much Ed paid to have text to image. Dude, under $20
For all of that.
to have all of that. Ed should be celebrating. See how much I save him? Time and money. Now, this is the new thing now, right? This is the new thing with Neo, right? We've got a context window that is 17 million tokens big.
Yep.
I want to start asking it about image to video.
Yeah.
But should I be, oh yeah, Florin, man, we've got images now. Let's run this one again. Run this example again. Actually, let's try our new make
Now it
commands.
now it has make commands.
Example flux 2. Again, this is our first version, so just the code still needs some work. And there's no CUDA build for Linux, but there's Vulkan already. So I don't think I have to rush to building a Molina builder right away. But just a first, yeah, he's working on the first version of clustering, so. All right, I'm running this again for Florin just so you can see it. Yeah, that's awesome. We're going to be able to try that on the cluster next. So this is using the LLM as the encoder and
Yep.
then feeding the other two models. Just trying to get this to work in the resource manager is going to be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Oh my God, there's so much work here to do. Okay, let's see. What do you think, Florin?
A cat playing with oranges.
There you go, man. We're able to produce that. So that's pretty wild right there.
That is cool.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to shut this thing down, and I'm going to keep going with, I just want to see Ed. Ed's going to see one thing here, okay? The question is, should we start a new, I'm going to start a new thread. Okay. We just finished a basic implementation of Molina for text to image using stable diffusion. That's CPP. You can see the last thread. Oh, I understand this also supports sort of images to video. Let's sort of review that capability and develop a plan. The git commit and the continue in the same thread. Yeah, I just started a new one. It would be nice to see how it handles in the same context. I know, dude. I just don't know if I'm paying for tokens. Like, I have to ask Quinn.
Yeah.
I have to ask Quinn.
I wonder if your cost starts going up faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, I don't
with
know.
that token count.
Yeah, I have to ask Quinn what's going on there because I'm not going to be working. Yeah, it's true. Ed is paying, not me. But you know what? Shit, man. I'm going to go back to the old thread. Now, I'm going to ask Quinn later today over at SourceGraph when I have an 18 million token and I continue to add to it. What am I paying for?
I would love to know how much of it is cached though. When it's hitting that.
Yeah, but I think you're still paying for it, right?
You are. It's just like a fraction of the price.
Before we shut this down, I just want to see what this says about, because the front homepage for Stable Diffusion says it supports video. They don't showing me how it's being broken down. They're just saying what we're paying. But I still think $18 for all that was pretty reasonable.
No, that's a lot.
But I'm going to ask him a question later today.
It was roughly, what did it come out to? It was roughly
that was-
a million tokens per dollar or something.
So, I mean, that was 2
was
hours
pretty
of work. Oh yeah, we had how many?
It was 18
18.
something.
Yeah, almost $1 for every
$1
million
million.
tokens. That's funny. They stopped what? Oh, maybe when I log in, they'll break it down. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked. But this is Neo, so there's no more handoff. There's no more any of that stuff. You just keep cranking. But I still need to ask Quinn what happens when you had a 20 million
Yeah, like when
context
that.
window. Am
when
I
that's-
paying?
Exactly.
What is better, to just keep going or to start a new one? And
I mean, if you're fitting 17 million tokens there, like,
no, that would have. I think it would have been much more money than $18.
I think so, 1,000%.
But it would still nice to know what you're paying for, right?
Yeah, to see the breakdown of just how it.
Oh, Ed said he wants me to generate an easy tiger image. I see. Okay. Go now. I'm curious. Go now. What?
Oh, to see if there's a like the breakdown. Oh, okay. It shows the cached. That's the one.
So this is. Wait a second. It said 52% of a 300K.
52%.
Oh, they did give me free.
13.22 free. But where's the free guy?
They don't show that. I didn't think we had free anymore. Because they're not showing that in the UI anymore. Huh. So, that is interesting. So did I only pay? So the whole thing cost 18, but they still gave me my free,
He
which I
says,
didn't think I was getting.
he says
anyway.
click on the money. Like click on the, yeah. Let's see.
I just,
There we go. Input tokens, 95% cached.
oh, I didn't know this was here. 13 used free credits.
Yeah, and it was using Opus.
4 models. Dude, I didn't even know this was here.
See the price difference on Opus and Sonnet? It's insane. Interesting.
I can't believe we use that many tokens though.
Free tier, a free tier credit. 17.9.
So 17.7 million tokens as input and 200,000 output. Tokens cash, which I don't know what that means, but
15,000 cached. Boom, boom.
notice that it's not using. How does it know which ones to use? You see the input number? Like this had 77. Oh, this cache number is going up, and this is new. Okay.
But this is getting, oh, okay, this is getting later. It's
So you're not paying for cache
December.
tokens then?
I think you are. How I understand it is you are paying for cash. Like,
I have to ask Quinn what all this means. I thought we lost our credits because they're not showing it anymore in the UI. But that's not true. Which is nice.
yeah, while initial write tokens cost roughly 1.25 times the base rate, subsequent read tokens from the cache cost 0.1 times the standard input price.
A
So you
90% savings.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like 0.1. It's, yeah,
It's at
it's basically.
10% of whatever the normal.
Wow. That's wild, bro. I just can't believe that we never would have gotten this done without Neo, right? Because we had the one session that kept going. But it's got to be doing something smart. It would be nice to see a breakdown per chat interaction to tell Quinn, well, this is per chat. This is the whole chat. This is the thread. And this is every interaction here.
By the app token fee. Yeah.
Well, that's, yeah, because I got these models here, but everything's broken down here, Florin. I mean, I don't know what was said on this one, but it's all broken down. No, the only thing is I don't know what that message was. And I don't know when it decided to use Opus 4.7 must be smart, and it must have switched to 4.6 for something.
4.6 was probably.
But he's right. We don't know why it switched to this one.
Yeah, like what chat triggered it or what.
Or the librarian. Maybe these were librarian, right, ones as opposed to coding ones.
Could be.
Or this was the librarian. Yeah.
I think librarian would probably be Opus because that's like heavy research.
I have to ask Quinn. I
Yeah.
have a bunch of questions to ask him. Okay. Let's see if Ed's going to be happy or sad. Okay. The video API is a small but distinct surface area. Here's what's involved. Existing, it looks like we can do it. That's the first part. Another family of models. I guess this is what we're going to do after lunch, Ed. So we're going to have it. Yeah, we're going to have video by the end of the day at the Molina level.
Yeah.
At the Kronk level.
I mean, with how this first part went.
But you can see here, image to image, video gen, images. That's going to be badass. Yeah. So we should have the basic support for this today, by the end of tomorrow, feeling really good about the Molina integration. Molina work. And then there's a tremendous amount of work to integrate this into Kronk because you got to add the screens. We got to define the bundles, download that.
Yeah, that's the.
Well, the bundles will have to be static, so people will have to ask for new bundles to be brought in. I don't think I want to make this a free form like we do on the LLM models. I'd rather really control what the bundles are, but make it so it's easy to sort of add a new bundle without having to do a new release. Yeah, and then we'll have another chat. Yeah, this one could be wired into the chat app under Kronk for sure. We couldn't do that with Whisper. So Whisper needed its own app just because of the way it was. There's a lot of work on the Kronk side, but I think we have another day and a half on the Molina side to have this in place. So very cool.
Nice.
So by the end of next week, I would think that we have a Kronk release for this. Then we got to start thinking about what to build with all this crap.
Yeah. Maybe like the dashboard, like
I don't know.
that UI we were looking at.
Well, yeah, like that UI that's there, right? We could basically build that with voice to text commands, and I know we got to start. We have ideas. Ed's got to start building products soon. That's it. All right, everybody, we're heading out. We'll see everybody. I'm home next week. My training class got changed, so we'll have 2 more shows next week, and we'll see where this is.
Cool.
At that point. All right, everybody. I think this is the button. Yes. Bye.